Hello, people. Happy Wednesday. We are going to do part two of this comic book page and start doing some actual rendering on it. Hello, hello. There it goes. Now it popped up over there. So we are going to jump right in. I got to remember what I was doing. That's right. I didn't do silhouettes of these characters. I normally save myself the trouble and actually do silhouettes of the characters. That way I don't have to come in and click every little color variation. But I didn't do that, so now I get to suffer and click through everything. And hope that I get it all. And I think I got it. You gotta get the sword too, but the sword is a similar color as the background of a lot of this stuff. Because again, I wasn't thinking. We'll change that to multiply. Mess with the different color modes and see what looks best towards the end. Actually, I think I can probably, yeah, save myself some trouble here. There we go. I just turned that into a silhouette layer. That way, when I click off, if I need to click back into them, I can just do that and select the entirety of those characters. Typically, I like to have the characters in different silhouette colors so I can do individual selections, but this will be good enough. looks like we're dealing with top-down light. And I almost shot myself in the foot here. What the heck? Hey, Justin. Good to see you stop by, man. It's been a while. Why? Oh, it's because I have... Jeez. Jeez. I don't know that I like that shadow color. I think it needs to be a little darker. That's okay. I understand how it goes. I get the same way. Get caught up in life and projects and all of that stuff. It happens. So we're just gonna quickly block in where we'd like to see lights. We'll blend that stuff in a little later. Just kind of want to chunk the stuff in for the time being. Just get the basics of where it's going to be. It's a relatively small picture on the panel too, so it doesn't need to be super detailed. As soon as we get these just roughly kind of chunked in where I want them, we'll come back in and do some blending and detailing. Oh, really? That's Frederica, right? Hi, Frederica. The big guy and the sword are outlined, but the blue shirt guy isn't. Oh, yeah, I don't know why the line artist chose to make those choices. I wish I knew, but I don't know. I'm trying to get some edge lighting in here. We'll blend some of this back a little bit as well, especially on the hand there. Come in and highlight some of these creases and folds where the light may catch it because it's bent up a little bit higher than the rest. I think something simple like that really gives things a little more dimension. Let's take a look. Like I said, it's a relatively small image on the panel, so I don't want to overdo it. I think its face is looking a little dark though. All right, Happy New Year. Have a good night, guys. There we go. I think that'll work. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I think that works. Get his chest. His belly. I like this method that I've been doing here lately where I'm just kind of blocking in the rough shape and rough dimension and then coming in and cleaning it up and refining it as a next step. I think it helps me visualize the shapes a little bit better. Hey, bud, what's up, Tim? We gotta go in and just blend some of these in just a touch. Some of them are coming through kind of bright. Kicking those pants back a little bit. Oh, as far as the color scheme, yeah, yeah. I mean, with the bob cut in the blue and the sword, I mean, he totally looks like Prince Valiant. Yeah, I used to love Prince Valiant. Sunday papers. My mom never understood. No, not my mom. My grandfather was just like, "That's so boring. Not even a good one. Read Marmaduke." Remember Marmaduke? Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a look. I think I like how those characters are rendered. I think I like it. I just had to save the papers so you can catch up. Yeah. I get that. I think I did. I shaded in something that didn't need to be shaded in. Jeff Beck? What are you talking about? I'm not. I don't know who Jeff Beck is. I feel like I should know who Jeff Beck is. Like the name sounds familiar, but I also knew a John Beck growing up. So
one of the guitar masters of the rock area, died at 78. English rock guitarist.
silly little things that I don't even need to go in and do, but like highlighting on the wrist straps. But I know I didn't. It'll bug me if I don't go in and do it. I think I'm going to render out the characters first, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the background. So the background doesn't really exist aside from that top panel. The bottom panel, you have one full of sky, one full of ground, and then like two action panels. I'm not a perfectionist. If I was a perfectionist, I think I'd be way farther in my art career. Such a dark brown hair, you can't really tell when I'm doing anything to it. Get those on the wrong flipping layer. That's why. It just dawned on me that when Justin popped in and said he was showing his girlfriend and that they were getting ready to leave, I mean, she's in town.
Mm-hmm.
Which is super cool to know because she's from Germany. I believe it's Germany. Also, Tim, or if you're still there, sound off if you are. Guess not. He probably wandered away or fell asleep. He's old. Trying to determine like what's going to be too much rendering on this and what's not. Hmm. We'll find out in a minute. Cut in some more specific highlighted areas. That'll give us a highlight to blend out. You can scoot over.
This is just behind.
Is it behind quite a bit?
Not quite a bit, but we haven't started talking yet.
Hmm. blend some of these back a little. I think that looks decent. You should definitely lighten up that sword in general. There we go. Few touches of shadow. Okay, I'm gonna start over rendering this. It's a somewhat cartoony style, comic book cartoon. It's a weird style, and I'm trying to find the good blendy balance between comic book and cartoon. So I'm kind of mixing a couple techniques.
Is this a style you chose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no idea what the original artist's idea was, if they even had one, as far as color rendering goes. I don't know what color scheme or uh, rendering style, anything. I'm just going with what I think fits best. Reminds me of Trailer Park Boys. Bubbles.
Decent.
Decent. I'll start on all this. Dang it, Frankie. You did it again. Get up on his face here. That's not what I meant to do. I was darkening that up. Son of a gun. Blend some of that out. Come back in with some more defined hard lines. Whoa. I'm going to blend these out quite a bit since he should be catching a little bit of light at this angle, but not nearly as much, since the light would be coming from it's coming from the top, but he's leaning forward and away a bit. Just tamp those down just a little bit. May come in and pick them up a little bit, but we'll see where we land. Don't want to cross over onto this other guy, so I need to make sure that I am selecting what I need. Get that belt. Yeah, his eyes look like they're bugging out. Can't do a whole lot about that. I can try and soften the tops a little bit so they don't look like they're so sunken in. Maybe that'll help the bugged out look, but yeah, he looks like he's bugging out. He is bugging out, but I mean that's just almost comically like bugging out.
Yeah.
I definitely think we're headed down the right path with this. I feel good about the color scheme and the rendering style. I think it looks good. Decent. Speaking of Trailer Park Boys, I think they're completely done at this point.
Oh no.
I haven't looked, but
Don't lie to me.
not lying. I think they're completely done at this point. Isn't this why you have a producer? You should Google it.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything. Just that they have 12 seasons. Supposedly it ended in 2019.
Like 17 or something. 19. Yeah. Well, what's his name died.
They did an animated part during COVID.
They did. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the guy that played the retired cop or whatever. God, what was that guy's name? His boyfriend, not a boyfriend, was Randy. He was always drunk. God, what was the guy's name?
George Green?
Well, I meant his character.
Mm.
But yeah, I think it's George Green.
That's his name. Jim Leahy.
Jim Leahy. Yeah. Oh shoot, that's right. It's gonna give me a bunch of grief if I do this way. Granted, it's on a white background, but still, I don't need things to bleed over. There we go. Mr. Leahy. The alcoholic gay, not gay guy. Such a good character. I wonder if their cancellation. I mean, it came right around the time that he died, but I wonder if a lot of it just has to do with the new like woke culture, cancel culture.
Well, there's not much you can do after 12, 13, 14 seasons.
I mean that's true too. I mean, but they, a lot of shows once they had a run like that, they'll try and do some sort of send off season or extended episode or something. I think they just probably recognize that hey, he died. Maybe we'll just go ahead and wrap this up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I think we're cruising right along. Nope, that did nothing. Nothing for the image. All right, cool. Well, I think I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break and we'll be back and we'll keep plugging away. Be back soon. Okay, I'm back. We're cruising along. What time? We got an hour, so I think we'll finish this up. Or it'll be pretty dang close. I'm going to mess with the shadow layer real quick. Instead of using multiply blending mode that I normally do, we're going to try difference. I think that works. Better. Especially given it's like noon, the shadows wouldn't really be so dark. I think I like that. But I think for the time being, since I can clearly see what's going on, we'll switch it back to multiply. And we'll continue working on this just so it's easy to differentiate where the light is and stuff. But I think we're done with panels 1, 2, and 3. We'll go ahead and move to panels 4 and 5, and then we'll start rendering the background on panel 1. And then the rest from there is just kind of filler, fluff, make it look good, do some highlights. So I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be able to zip through it pretty quick. I think I'll add a gleam to his sword in panel 2 there. I think that'll be cool. I gotta remember he's now facing the other direction, and he's facing a little upwards, so he'll be pretty bright in general. And have more light coming down his body. So a little bit of blending here, just to soften up those features on his face a little bit. Yeah, I think that's working. Yeah, I think I like that. You ever have a line artist reach out and give feedback after a live stream? uh, I wouldn't say feedback. They've never said this, that, or the other thing, but there's been um like, hey, that looked great, thanks for doing that, or like that, but no real feedback in a traditional sense. uh I did have a line artist, a pretty good line artist, comment on Tank Girl. It wasn't the original artist, but he said that the color rendering on looks really good. You really nailed those ears, or something like that. Uh, so that was pretty cool. Just because it was one of those things that it almost take an artist to see what he saw. And he's like, "Oh, the ears were his favorite part," is what he said, and I was like, "Yeah, thanks for noticing that. Yeah, me too." Well, welcome back, Tim. Hi. So after a lot of bitching and moaning and complaining, the producer and moderator of this stream decided to finally take her job serious. Um, she's actually live in the studio. She does not want to be on camera, but there she is. I don't know if you can see her past the lights, but she's actually here.
I don't think the camera is pointing at me.
I don't know either. Hi, April. I think I got the camera back in the right spot. Close enough, anyhow.
Yeah, there's a lot of shadow, but you can see me.
In her snuggie, all cozy and warm. It's starting to warm up down here, though.
Thanks, Mom.
Well, didn't my mom say something?
No, she got me the Snuggie.
Oh, the snuggie. Yeah. Oh, I thought you dropped off. I was trying to talk to you earlier. Well, I think we're going to do a little opposite since the sun's behind him. I think rather than cutting light through, like I have been doing, I think we're going to cut some shadow through.
Hi, Aria.
Hi, Arya. Ooh, they got real ugly. I don't like that. Way lagger per April. You're what? You're
Compared to April's.
you're laggy compared to April. Ugh, my eyes did not want to focus. That was weird. Just need to soften all that up. That just none of that was feeling right for a minute there. There we go. I think that's starting to look pretty nice. I will say this is really weird having someone sit in the studio with me as I'm doing this, because over the last year and a half that I've been doing this, I've had to start getting used to talking to myself and talking to the camera in order to talk to you guys. So actually having someone in the room makes me feel a little bit like a psychopath. So
Just a little.
just a little. Well, it was getting normal. It was feeling normal. And it was a necessity because I'm here trying to, interact with you guys and, you know, stuff like that. Now, He asks me every Wednesday if I'll sit with him. Not really sure what my job duties are, and I don't get paid either. Those are all lies.
Where's my payment?
She's not to be trusted. She gets paid plenty. Originally, this was an unpaid internship. I won't deny that. See? Listen to your friends. Kind of lost track of where I was at and what I was doing. Just some small little highlights to blend out. Shadows. And I think that works for me. Let's go ahead and change this layer from multiply back to difference, and I think that's going to soften up the shadows quite a bit. And kick them over a notch. Yeah. I think I'm okay with all that. Almost all that. I see something that I need to fix. That should have some roundness to it, given that part of the body is round. Yeah. 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 All right, cool. Now we're going to go ahead and drop in some shadows and such on the background here. I don't think it'll be much, given that most of it, since it's top-down light and stuff, most of it's going to be where it needs to be, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. It's weird. The perspective shifts just a little bit to like a top left, but it's not a top left light. So, yeah, whatever. We'll just keep it real light. We don't need to hammer this stuff in. Frankie.
What'd you do?
I was wondering why it was looking weird, and it's because I wasn't on the right layer.
Remember your layers.
Yeah. I know. It's nice. It's nice. Like I said, she's really stepping up and starting to take her job more serious. Throw some depth there. Let me get some going under the roof. I think just that little bit is even doing quite a lot. Switch that to difference. We'll even take it down a peg. Like 70% on the opacity there. So I don't want it to jump out or stand out anymore, but I do want it to have a little bit of depth.
Yeah.
Just little things like that all help. Well, helps a little bit. Let's go ahead and render our pig. I forgot about our little pig buddy. Piggy, piggy, piggy. It's Chloe. Our little pig buddy has some rendering. Yep, yep. And then we have our little chicken friends. Which I don't think we're really going to do much with. We'll just go zip, zip, zip. And that's it. Just barely touch them back there. The wall will be interesting. Kind of, maybe. I mean, I don't plan on doing squat to it, really.
You really just need some shadowing.
Yeah. Just to touch that up with a little depth. Trees and sky. And we got to come through after this and figure out a highlight color, and then maybe some additional specular highlights or something like that. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to come in with some sort of texture on these. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't think I'm sold on that. Let's try a different texture.
It's hard to see on my little phone.
We added some texture. I'm just coming through and cutting in some other highlight spots that might be there, just kind of in random little places. And then tamp it down a little bit, just to give it a little something. Not a whole lot going on, just a little something. Yeah, just a little more dimension. Same with the trees. We're gonna go nice and easy on the trees. Up if I tried to paint them with a color. Can't really paint them with clear. Yeah, I think that works. Just gives a little more life, a little something a little more interesting to look at when you start looking at the page. As far as the ground goes, we gotta drop some texture on the ground. What was I doing? It does York. Oop. Trying to find a nice, I don't know, pebbly kind of texture. Just I know what I'm looking for when I see it. Even maybe something like that, and then just bringing it down a touch in opacity. Does it even need anything? I guess that's another question.
No.
I guess some real subtle texture. I'll come back in with some transparent over what I just did. Just to have some subtle texture I don't think is bad.
No.
So now we just got to kind of come in with some clouds. Get something going for those background. Maybe some real soft clouds like that'll be fine. I think I'm gonna go in and actually remove. I don't do it too often, but I think I'm gonna remove those inking lines. And then capturing the spirit of what the inker was trying to do. I think that's good enough because I think if I leave them in there, they're not adding to the piece anymore. If I tried to make them softer color or something, then they'd look like zigzaggy chemtrails or something. I don't.
Yeah.
think the blending mode I'm using is not working for me. Let's try. Ooh, that's not what we want. Definitely not what we want. Maybe we'll just leave it like that and leave it subtle. And you know something's there, and I think that's really all that matters, you know?
Subtlety is good.
I think subtlety is good. I agree. And now just because I can see them, I have to do it. Just those 2 little rocks or 3 little rocks. Just because now they're there. And I said I could see them. I was like, I can't let it go. All right. So it is now time to figure out what we're going to do for light source. We will that. Nope, that won't work. I got all the rocks. Stop messing with my head. Let's see, it's pretty bright, clear day. Let's go with like a light blue. We will dial this way back. See, the thing with like a blue light, unfortunately, is that it tends to wash color away. So it's kind of... And that yellow looks okay. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. And even then, it's only at like 30% opacity. So I think that yellow will be all right. Or we can just take it all away and actually just have no actual highlight or no actual like light color. Because I mean, if there was a light color, given the scene, given the color of the sky, it would be a very faint blue. But I think that doesn't... maybe we'll take it down just real low. So it feels like it's washing everything away, washing it out. I don't want to do that. We'll leave it at that. I think we'll leave it at that. I think that'll be all right. We have our characters here. Well, let's mess around with the flats a little bit. Increase the saturation on them a little bit. Whoa, not that much. I'd like them just to pop just the littlest bit more. So increase it by 15 and increase the luminosity as well. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, there we go. Just brighten them up a little bit to just make them pop a little more from the background. I need to correct his beard. His beard just turned green. That is not okay. This man cannot have a green beard. It's because I bumped up the saturation, and the grays that I used were desaturated greens. That way I could maintain that green color palette. Even his pants are technically more on the greenish yellow side. So that's how I'm creating that complementary color and contrasting color between the two characters and between the characters in the scenes.
Okay. But it's definitely not desaturated green though now.
Not now. No, I excluded the beard from the increase there. And then on these panels, I think this yellow panel here, I think I'm going to mess around with throwing some white right in the center. No, not there, on the background. Where is the background? I selected the wrong bit. There we go. Let's try that again. Not quite. I think I'll have to do it on a separate layer to get the effect that I'm looking for. And we'll do add glow, airbrush. I have transparency there. That's why that won't work. But if I take it, hit delete, bam! There we go. It was there. I was just hiding it from myself.
His beard looks green still.
His beard doesn't look green. What's your mind playing tricks on you? I think by adding this little bit of a white, it increases the intensity and gives it some motion.
Well, for sure.
Which is definitely what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And it ties in the different windows of the comic with that white in there.
You got it. And I think on this one, I'm actually going to do the opposite. I think I'm going to try and play with a vignette on it. Like just sort of real subtle vignette. Can't do it that way. Not sure if I'm sold on that.
Oh, it definitely darkens it.
It does. I was hoping it would
Maybe
kind of
too
make it feel a little more impactful, but I don't think it does.
Nope, I don't think it does. Maybe
maybe a lot lighter. If you want to do something like that.
See if we do this. Soften all that up there. Drop that opacity down. Just a little bit. I think I might like that. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Now, I did say I wanted to do like a gleam on the sword. So I think we're going to do that. Just because I think it would look cool. I thought I had like created one and put one somewhere. That just did a nice gleam effect. I did have one because I used it on Conan. I just don't know where I put it. You know, that's okay. It's not there. Don't know where it's at. That's all right. We'll go in and we will just touch this real quick on the sword. Just to make it feel a little more metallic. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Don't know what that tiny little blue dot was, but it's now gone. I don't know if anyone noticed that. We don't have to talk about it. Boom, boom, light, boom. Yeah, let's see if I can get away with this real quick. It's quitting time, but I want to see if I can do this or if it's even worth it. Might be worth it. just to show that motion a little more. I think that's worth it. I think it's worth it. There we go. Cool. Maybe kick it up just a smidge and just the littlest amount. There we go. All right, guys. That's it. It's 9:30, and I think that's it. I think we've created a comic book page from flats to finish in 2 sessions. Overall, I like the turnout. I think it's good. I think it tells a story. I think the 2 panels in the middle definitely feel well, the third panel definitely feels actiony intense, whereas the second panel feels actually actiony intense, whereas the third panel feels very like embarrassing. I think that white with a slight vignette fits the like shock and embarrassing thing that's happening to the character by, you know, missing or being duped by the old man moving out of the way. So yeah, I think it's good. I may end up doing some final touch-ups on my own time just to kind of hone things in. I do want to use this as a profile piece, so I'll definitely tweak it here and there before posting it online anywhere. But yeah, we're gonna call it there. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Wednesday, and we'll catch you next week. Have a good night.